May I come in?
Yes,
Saad.
please come.
Thank you.
Come to interview.
Sir, 8th was
You may like to introduce yourself to all of us.
Sir, my name is Mohammed Waleed bin Saad. I belong to Khanewal. I completed electrical engineering from Military College of Signals, which is a campus of NUST. And sir, I appeared in CSS in 2018. I got allocated in office management group, and sir, presently I'm serving in Prime Minister's office. And sir, my hobbies include watching movies and seasons, and I also like to read books and poetry as well, especially of Faiz Ahmed Faiz.
Waleed, tell us, what's your understanding of global warming? Because this is the phenomena which we are facing nowadays.
Yes, sir. Sir, global warming basically it is due to the release of greenhouse gases. It is naturally existing as well. The environment with water vapors and carbon dioxide, it tends to form a blanket which captures heat inside the planet's atmosphere. But due to increasing human activity of using carbon, coal, and petroleum and such products, greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and these are being produced, and they capture the heat within Earth's atmosphere, due to which its atmospheric temperature is rising. This average increase in rise is affecting crop production, weather changes, and all the conditions are changing. So that's why this is a thing that is impacting us a lot.
Can you identify 3 or 4 major issues of economy which Pakistan is facing?
Sir, for me, the first major problem in Pakistan's economy is a large trade deficit due to lack of value-added imports. We don't have value-added exports. That's why we have a large trade deficit. Secondly, sir, we have a very narrow tax base. And the third major issue is we have a very large deficit of we have a very large deficit of sir, I'm sorry, I can't recall right now.
How many members are in the Shanghai Cooperation
Sir, there are 8 members.
Just name them.
Sir, Russia, China, India, Pakistan. Then there is Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. Then there is Kyrgyzstan, and these are the 8 members.
Any idea what is the root of that supply, if at all? If they supply us, how they will supply us? What is that route?
Sir, I'm not sure, but they will certainly come from the neighboring country, then enter Pakistan. So first pipeline will need to be placed in that country.
कब्रिस्तान से वो एंटर होते हैं अफगानिस्तान.
ठीक है सर.
दिस इज ये पुराना रूट है टैपी का.
ठीक है सर.
ठीक है ना, इसको लाजमी देख लेना. You tell me, what is this new railway link which they want to lay down? Chinese laid down from Gwadar to Kashgar.
Sir, I don't know the route.
What is the length of that route? How much cost they have predicted to spend on that?
Sir, I don't know.
Now you tell me, is Parliament subservient to the Constitution or Constitution subservient to the Parliament? This is a debate going on in Parliament.
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe Parliament is the supreme authority because it is the only body which has the power to amend the Constitution. So I think Parliament is the supreme body.
They can amend.
They can amend the Constitution.
When there is no amendment, then they have to follow the Constitution.
Yes, they have to follow the Constitution.
They have to follow the written Constitution.
Yes, they have to follow it.
How you will explain the social contract in government of Pakistan with in relation to this Constitution?
Sir, social contract is basically the relation, how a Constitution fixes the relation between the state and the people. So I think we are a nascent democracy. Our democratic progress just started. I think it started with the elections of 2008, and we have a long way to go. I think it will take time, and democracy takes time to set in. Even where it has worked in Europe and in America, it has a history of more than 150 years. So I think it is The only thing, this social contract is the only thing that is that functions and that works for the benefit of the state and society, but it does take time.
Apple.
Welcome to CSPs Academy for CSS PMS preparation. CSS PMS तहरीरी इम्तिहान के तमाम मज़ामीन की ऑनलाइन और ऑन कैंपस तैयारी के साथ साथ सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्शन, असाइनमेंट चेकिंग, क्लास टेस्ट, मॉक एग्जाम, इंडिविजुअल टीचर डिस्कशन और फीडबैक सेशन का इनकाद किया जाएगा। इसके अलावा FPSC की तजवीज़ करदा बुक्स से बने मयारी नोट्स और CSPs पब्लिशर की बेहतरीन बुक्स मुहैया की जाएंगी। Register now at 0316 570 1593.
Waleed, you have done BSc Electrical
Yes, sir.
and your major subjects was electronics.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us something about what is electronics?
Ma'am, electronics is basically the study of electrons and their movement in a system. So basically, everything that we see today, and the current that is flowing and running our houses and heating us up, they are all basically due to electronics.
There is a saying that we, human beings, we are made up of stars.
Okay, ma'am.
Why do we say that? What is the logic behind?
Madam, I'm not sure, but I think it is maybe because our basic structure, everything that has been made, the basic atomic structure is same. So I think maybe because of that it is called. I'm not sure.
Okay. Your favorite personalities include your father,
Yes, sir.
Arundhati Roy,
Yes, sir.
Asmat Jahangir.
Yes, sir.
What is the common factor between these three personalities?
And they are all very hardworking, as far as I have seen, and they have all worked for their own grooming as well as for welfare of others. So that is why I consider them my inspiration.
This statement that you made applies to Arundhati Roy also?
Yes, sir.
How?
Ma'am, she has been the only person who has been saying and who has written also a book listening to grasshoppers and other books and other statements that she has been making about the program of 2002 that was held in Gujarat, where a lot of people were killed, a lot of Muslims were killed, and she was the only voice in India that was saying this. Now, recently, BBC also
No,
released.
but you said that grooming themselves and grooming others. How did she groom herself?
Ma'am, by writing different books, by reading different things, by doing research. When you go to places, you meet different people, and it ends up grooming you.
Okay. Recently, the foreign minister was in Goa.
Yes, ma'am.
Why was he there?
Then there was a meeting of SCO, which was related to meeting of foreign ministers. So that's why he was invited. So he went.
Do you think it had a negative impact on Pakistan's stance on Kashmir?
No, ma'am. I don't think it had a bad impact on the Kashmir issue. I think the Kashmir issue and all the other outstanding issues with India can only be resolved through engagement. So I think it was a very positive step.
But did he engage with Indians?
It takes time. I think when you have so much baggage of distrust, I think it takes time, and it was a very positive step for him going into SCO. I think he can also engage with other members and ask them to mediate. So I think it is a very positive step in the right direction.
What is the difference between extradition and deportation?
An extradition is when a criminal has done something in another country, and if a treaty has been signed between the two countries, the country can ask that please deport that individual and send us back to our country. He's our national, and we want to charge him with anything. Deportation is when an officer is posted.
Deportation.
Deportation. Okay. When that country will deport the person back to the country, then it is called deportation. Any person who can be declared persona non grata in terms of foreign affairs or official, and in terms of citizen, any citizen can be pushed out, I think, by the state.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saad.
Join CSPs, where we believe that your dreams are our mission. So let us be your partners in this transformative journey as we equip you with knowledge, confidence, and resilience required to emerge as CSS toppers. Contact us on our given WhatsApp number 0316-570-1593 or visit our website www.csps.com.pk.
Thank you. Waleed, can you tell me names of different species in sapiens?
Sir, Neanderthals,
They were sapiens?
so they were humans. He has classified. He has told that we Homo sapiens were not the only humans.
Okay, I built an argument like Homo erectus and Homo habilis
Yeah.
and Neanderthals. They were the same thing.
So they were different.
They were different. What
As
is the
per-
commonality between these things? According to Sapiens, you recently read book.
So I'm not sure. I've read it, but I'm not sure what you are talking about.
Okay, in 1776 in America, in American history, the incident that happened, would you call it revolt or revolution?
So it was if I see is from a British lens, I would say it's a revolt. And for those people, it was a revolution because it brought about a big change in their life, and it ended up making separate. They ended up getting a separate state, and which is now.
In 1857, a very important and famous incident took place in Indian history. What you think was a war of independence?
So it is I think it depends on which side are you talking about. For us, it was a war of independence.
You remember this? In a war, there are two almost equal forces or military जो कि लड़ रही होती हैं. There was a organized army on the part of Indians.
Sir, it wasn't that much organized, but if I think people of local people felt, and historians now feel that we were fighting a war of independence, so I think we should give credit to them.
Okay, what is the significance of Magna Carta in American history?
Sir, Magna Carta was something that was signed by King John of England.
What is the significance for this charter in American history?
Sir, it has played a major role in all the constitutions that we see today, because it gave basically the barons of that time rights, that they will not be subjugated, that they will not be arrested without
In the
reason.
same way, we can say that Magna Carta played important role in making of Constitution of Pakistan.
Sir, it did.
How?
Sir, because all the rights that were given, we give the same rights to our citizens.
What are the deficiencies in Articles of Confederation?
The Articles of Confederation, they were deficit in a lot of ways. For example, central government could not collect taxes. It could not hold a central army. There were no central judiciary. So it depended on everything on its federating units, on its states.
Under the Articles of Confederation, who was the executive of American states?
Sir, it was Congress.
It was Congress. And how Congress execute its power?
So there were 13 members who mostly disagreed among themselves. So that's why they were unable to do anything. That's why they had to
Can
change
you
it.
elaborate the role of Mujaddid Alif Sani in Indian history? Very briefly.
Yes, sir. Mujaddid al-Afsani existed in the era of Akbar the Great, the king, a Mughal king, who gave the idea of Deen Ilahi.
Give your career a boost with CSS PMS preparation from Civil Services Preparatory School. Join CSS PMS for on-campus and online classes. Join us for your bright future. Civil Services Preparatory School, Jeetan Markaz, Islamabad. Register now at 0316 570 1593.
What he contributed?
Then he challenged that. He said that Muslims need to have their separate identity. He said that we need to focus on our fundamentals, on Tawheed and on Sharia law. So we should we should keep our separate entity. Without that, we will lose everything.
Okay, this is my last question. In Cripps Mission 1942, what clause was not acceptable on the part of Indian National Congress?
Sir, I'm not sure. I have read it, but I can't recall it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Waleed, how is GNP measured?
Sir, gross national product is your GDP, gross domestic product, added with remittances and all the other economic activity that has happened outside your borders. So that whole calculation adds up to be GNP.
What is the 17th Amendment about in the Constitution of Pakistan?
The 17th Amendment was done in era of Musharraf, and it gave enormous power to the president's office. He could dissolve assembly and other such powers were added.
How to differentiate between the education philosophy of Deoband and Aligarh?
Sir, as far as I have read, being a humble student of history, I believe Deoband's were more fundamental towards Islam. They didn't want to accept English and other such modern languages, modern education, while Aligarh focused on education, on scientific education. That's why Aligarh movement also added scientific society in it, so that books of foreign authors can be translated, and that's the major difference between the two.
How was the first Constituent Assembly of Pakistan was formed?
The first Constituent Assembly was formed by Qaid-e-Azam himself in 1947, and it was given the task to draft the Constitution of Pakistan.
What was the criteria?
Sir, I'm not sure.
What is the difference between removal from service and dismissal from service?
The removal is if a person is laid off from the government service, but no disciplinary action is taken against him, so he can apply to other jobs. While dismissal, I believe, is something that you are unable to apply further in any other forms of government.
Who is the appointing authority in grade 19?
Sir, it is Secretary.
Secretary of the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Sir, Secretary. Sir.
My last question is, what was the impact of American War of Independence on French Revolution?
Sir, it had a great impact because General, I can't recall his real name, General Lafayette, I think, he fought with Jefferson and others, and that helped him draft there was a document called Rights of Citizen, and I can't recall the whole document's name, but it helped them draft that document which gave rights to French citizens. And on the basis of that, they got together and revolted against the king.
Thank you.
Let's finish.
Sir.
अब तुमने दूसरी दफा एग्जाम दे दिया है, क्वालिफाई करके बैठे. डू यू थिंक इस कंपटीशन के माहौल में ये तुम्हारी प्रिपरेशन फॉर इंटरव्यू, अपनी सेल्फ असेसमेंट करके बचाओ, 1 से 10 के स्किल में कितने नंबर दोगे अपने आप को?
सर, इस पे तो मैं 4 दूंगा.
तो मुझे कहना वलीद के अब नाउ यू हैव अगेन क्वालिफाइड एंड माशाल्लाह यू हैव गॉट सब ठीक है
सर.
नॉलेज लेवल अपडेट नहीं है
सर, वो मैं कर लूंगा. सर, मैं
इंटरव्यू कब है तुम्हारा?
सर, मंडे को. सर,
मंडे को है. देखो
ना, सर अभी ये डॉन और इस पे ज्यादा फोकस कर लेते हैं.
तो ये करना क्या है ना, अब ये है कि भाई मैं तुम्हें मतलब मेरे हिसाब से स्टेट ऑफ प्रिपेयर्डनेस कमजोर है, ठीक है ना. अब एक अपना ये कहना खत्म करो कि आई एम नॉट श्योर. आइदर यू से थैंक यू वेरी मच, मुझे पता नहीं है, आइदर यू रिप्लाई. ये अपना जो है ना कमजोरी ना दिखाओ, ठीक है. नंबर 1. नंबर 2 है कि इंट्रोडक्शन अपना थोड़ा सा इसमें जान डाल दो.
ठीक है.
तुम्हारा इंट्रोडक्शन शॉर्ट एंड क्रिस्प जरूर है, लेकिन यूं तुम्हें रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं आ रहा कि यू आर ए पर्सन हु आर एम्बिशियस एंड हु स्ट्रगलिंग टू मेक योर वे. So that you need to add मतलब क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली यहाँ डिस्कशन हो सकती है इस पॉइंट पे कि यू आर ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड बाय द PPSC फेडरल पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन.
ठीक है
तो
सर।
ये भी थोड़ा सा एक होता है, इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करता है। ठीक है, बाकी जो है ना, तैयारी करो यार।
ठीक है
पिछले 3 महीने के अखबार लो, आज है सैटरडे, कल है संडे,
ठीक है सर।
उसकी इंटरनेशनल न्यूज, नेशनल न्यूज और लोकल, इस सारी को मोटी मोटी सुर्खियां ऐसे देखते जाओ।
ठीक है
ठीक है, और फिर खास तौर पे ये आजकल पाकिस्तान चाइना, पाकिस्तान अफगानिस्तान, ये ट्राइलेटरल एनर्जी का इशू, इसको जरा देख लो, क्योंकि दीज आर द वेरी करंट इशू जो गुज़श्ता 1 हफ्ते के अंदर मैं देख रहा हूँ। अभी ये हुआ तुर्कमेनिस्तान से उन्होंने कुछ पता नहीं 20 बाउजर जो है ना एलपीजी फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम ये वाखन कॉरिडोर से तुर्कमेनिस्तान से इन्होंने पाकिस्तान पहुंचाई है। तो दिस इज अ बिग ब्रेक थ्रू, मैं समझ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि उस पर अफगानिस्तान ऑन बोर्ड है मैडम। तुर्कमेनिस्तान से एंटर हुए, अगर ये चालू हो गया तो हमारे तो मसले ही खत्म हो जाते हैं। एंड वेस्ट इज सपोर्टिंग द स्टेपी, ये जो है ना तुर्कमेनिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, पाकिस्तान एंड इंडिया था, लेकिन अब इंडिया नहीं है इसमें,
हाँ,
अभी
ठीक है
तुर्कमेनिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, पाकिस्तान है। और अब इसमें ये चाइनीज एंटर हो गए। देखो ये अब कल चाइनीज 2 फॉरेन मिनिस्टर, चाइना का फॉरेन मिनिस्टर, अफगानिस्तान का फॉरेन मिनिस्टर, दे आर हेयर। आज उनके डेफिनेटली कल रात की सुबह की ट्राइलेटरल डिस्कशन हो रही है,
ठीक
और
है
वो इसी बात पे हो रही है कि इस अब चाइनीज को भी सूट कर रहा है ये, और ये पाकिस्तान को उसमें मतलब पूरे इस ब्लॉक में शामिल करने के लिए दे आर वर्किंग इन इट। तो शंघाई कोऑपरेशन पे फोकस करो।
ठीक है
मेरा ख्याल है अगर परसों तो इस पे डिस्कशन आ सकती है।
जी सर। वो
ठीक
मुझे-
है, तो दैट यू नीड टू डू, तैयारी करो यार। ठीक है ना, मेरी तो यही सबमिशन है,
नहीं सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, वेरी काइंड ऑफ यू।
ट्राइंग टू गिव यू द ट्रू पिक्चर, बजाय इसके कि आपने
नहीं नहीं
देखा।
सर, दैट इज द राइट अप्रोच, मेरे ख्याल में भी।
अब मैडम,
Waleed, you have a good personality.
थैंक यू मैम।
हम आपकी इस्लाह के लिए यहाँ बैठे, सो अगर हम नुक्ताचीनी केयर करते हैं तो वो नुक्ताचीनी नहीं है, वो इस्लाह है।
जी जी मैम, प्लीज।
सो प्लीज डोंट टेक इट पर्सनली।
नहीं नहीं मैम, प्लीज।
दरमियान में अपने जवाबों के ना डिफेंसिव हो जाते हैं,
अच्छा मैम,
यू नो। कीप योर लॉजिक एंड डोंट गेट ऑफेंडेड, क्योंकि जो वो सवाल कर रहे हैं वो बेसिकली दे ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड यू।
ठीक है मैम।
ये जो आपका फॉर्म है ना, दिस इज योर सक्सेस एंड दिस इज योर फेलियर। अगर इधर जो कुछ लिखा हुआ है उस पे आपको अबूर नहीं है तो आपने अपने आप को वीक विकेट पे कर दिया।
बिल्कुल सही है।
सो जो यहाँ पे लिखा है उस पे अबूर हो।
ठीक है।
Have you ever thought why we ask about favorite personalities?
नो मैम।
Favorite personalities का इसलिए पूछा जाता है वलीद कि we try to understand you from the people you write here.
ठीक है मैम।
ठीक है। अब जब आप लिखते हैं माय फादर, मुझे कोई बच्चा बता दो जो ना कहे कि उसका फादर उसका फेवरेट है।
ठीक है मैम।
ठीक है। सो दैट मीन्स कि योर माइंड इज स्टिल नॉट ग्रोन एंड ओपन्ड।
ठीक है मैम।
ठीक है ना, बिकॉज पैनल तो आपको असेस कर रहा है।
ठीक है मैम।
ठीक है, तो डोंट राइट माय फादर
ठीक है।
बिकॉज एवरीबडी लव्स हिज फादर और हर फादर। अरुंधति रॉय और आसमा जहांगीर का आपको जनरल आइडिया है, बेसिक आइडिया नहीं है।
ठीक है मैम।
तो जो भी पर्सनालिटी लिखो उसको डिफेंड करो। डोंट मेक अ स्वीपिंग स्टेटमेंट जो फिर आप डिफेंड ना कर सको, क्योंकि आपने जब स्टेटमेंट दी तो आई क्वेश्चन यू टू चेक इफ यू न्यू व्हाट यू सेड एंड यू डिडंट।
ठीक है मैम।
तो वो एक स्वीपिंग स्टेटमेंट थी। डोंट मेक स्वीपिंग स्टेटमेंट्स बिकॉज यू विल पुट योरसेल्फ unnecessarily in a difficult situation because you're a smart boy, you have knowledge, लेकिन जब आप sweeping statement देते हैं ना, you get into trouble.
ठीक है।
तो have focused response, think it out,
ठीक है मैम।
और फिर जवाब दो। क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा, मुझे लगा कि आप अपने जवाबों में डिफेंसिव हो जाते हैं, तो फिर आप डिफेंसिव में you put yourself in trouble.
ठीक है मैम।
पर अगर आप लॉजिकली सोचें, अच्छा इन्होंने ये सवाल किया, where have I gone wrong, तो फिर आप उसको चेक कर सकते हो। अखबारात जो रीसेंट है, 1 हफ्ते की ही देख लो, पुराने का टाइम नहीं है, अपडेट करो और इंशाल्लाह you'll do well.
इंशाल्लाह।
ओके डॉक्टर।
वेल, अभी आप ग्रुप चेंज करने की एफर्ट में हैं,
सर।
तो इसके लिए अब आपको, जब आप एग्जाम देते हैं तो यू हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ टाइम, सोच के लिख सकते हैं।
बिल्कुल।
इंटरव्यू में जो है आपको जो नॉलेज है उसका क्रक्स और बड़े जो है ना ऑब्जेक्टिव आंसर्स देने होते हैं, वहाँ पे हिस्ट्री बताने की भी जरूरत नहीं होती, लेकिन वो कंसेप्ट की क्लैरिटी चाह रहा होता है।
बिल्कुल सही।
अगर आप ऑब्जेक्ट लाइक आपसे बात हुई है, आप फॉर एग्जांपल रेवोल्यूशन की बात, मैं आपसे कहता हूँ अमेरिकन रेवोल्यूशन में फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन में डिफरेंस क्या है, आपको बिल्कुल एग्जैक्ट आंसर आना चाहिए। इन चीज़ों को जो है ना ऑब्जेक्टिव ओपिनियन के साथ आंसर्स करें, तो वो आपके किस किस्म के आंसर्स होने चाहिए। तो ये आप 1-2 दिन रह गए हैं, तो इसको अब जो आपने पढ़ा हुआ है ना उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव एनालिसिस करके जाएं, ठीक है, अब उसको सब्जेक्टिविटी में ना जाए।
ओके सर।
अच्छा वलीद, आपसे ना आपका स्केल जो है ना एज कम्पेयर टू अदर पीपल वो ज़्यादा हाई होगा। तुम ऑलरेडी सर्विस में हो, मीन के वो इक्वलिटी पे बेस नहीं करते, दे बिलीव ऑन इक्विटी।
बिल्कुल सर।
ठीक है, तो आपसे वो एक्सपेक्ट भी बहुत ज़्यादा कर रहे होंगे, और शायद आपका मार्किंग स्केल जो होगा ना वो एज कम्पेयर टू जो 21-22 साल के एक फ्रेश कैंडिडेट है उससे मुख्तलिफ, बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ होगा। तो आपके 160 का मतलब ये है कि एक फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट है तो शायद उसको 180 मिल जाए, 190 मिल जाए, तो आपने तो वहाँ पे बहुत बेहतर परफॉर्म करना है।
बिल्कुल सर।
ठीक है, तो अभी भी टाइम है, चीज़ों को देख लो। ये परफॉर्मा बहुत ज़्यादा पूछते हैं, मैंने आपको गालमन क्वेश्चन आपके ग्रुप में भेजे थे जो आजकल वो पूछ रहे हैं, उन सारे क्वेश्चंस को निकालो, तो उससे तुम्हें अंदाज़ा हो जाएगा वो क्या पूछ रहे हैं।
ठीक है सर।
ठीक है,
ठीक है,
बहुत शुक्रिया।
बेस्ट ऑफ लक
सर। बहुत शुक्रिया, इट वॉज अ प्लेजर सर। थैंक यू मैम। थैंक यू सर।
God bless you. Thank you.